What if the biggest winners of the US-Iran conflict are not even directly fighting it? That's the argument put forward by billionaire investor Ray Dalio, who says the current tensions are not an isolated crisis, but part of a much larger global shift, one that is quietly reshaping power in favor of China and Russia. According to Dalio, the world is no longer dealing with separate regional conflicts. Instead, multiple theaters, from Ukraine to the Middle East, are now interconnected, forming what he describes as a modern world war, spread across military, economic, and geopolitical fronts. And in this evolving landscape, the United States is increasingly getting stretched, both financially and strategically. Dalio explains this through his big cycle theory, a pattern seen repeatedly in history, where dominant powers begin to weaken while emerging powers gain ground. In this phase, economic warfare intensifies, alliances become rigid, proxy conflicts increase, and financial stress starts building within leading economies. He believes the world has already entered the stage where multiple conflicts are happening simultaneously, a key indicator of a larger global confrontation. So where do China and Russia come in? According to Dalio, both countries are benefiting from this shift without bearing the full cost of direct confrontation. While the United States spends heavily on military support, manages multiple alliances, and faces internal economic pressures, rivals like China and Russia are strengthening their geopolitical positioning and expanding their influence. He points out that global alignments are becoming clearer, with China leaning towards Russia and Russia maintaining ties with countries like Iran and North Korea, effectively forming a counterblock to the US and its allies. These alignments are visible not just in military cooperation, but also in trade relations, diplomatic stances, and voting patterns in global forums. Dalio argues that this is no longer a rules-based global order led by one dominant power. Instead, it is shifting towards a fragmented system, where power dynamics are driven by strength and strategic advantage. In such a scenario, prolonged conflicts tend to weaken overstretched nations while allowing others to rise steadily. His warning is stark: the more the US gets pulled into multi-front tensions like the Iran conflict, the more it risks depleting its resources and influence, and that in turn creates space for China and Russia to emerge as relative winners in the evolving global order. In simple terms, Dalio's message is this: the real victory in modern conflicts may not lie on the battlefield, but in who comes out stronger in the long-term balance of power. And right now, he believes that balance is quietly tilting away from the United States.